Hello everyone, my name is Mystical Zeus, and welcome to a different kind of video. Today, obviously, we are not going to be playing any video games, we are going to be doing a benchmark. I've been wanting to do this benchmark for a little while. Now that I have internet, I can finally actually download it and run it. We're running this at Ultra Ray Tracing, max 1080p, don't have a higher panel at the moment. Full screen, of course, definitely not going to loop it. There was no changes made. Got 10 gigs of RAM in the system. Got a RTX 2080. You can see all the system specs there. You can see all the information up on the left. So let's go ahead and start the benchmark. Now I hope you guys don't mind if I talk during this. There is a video up on YouTube. Just search Neon Noir Crytek and it'll pop up with this. It won't have any commentary or anything. So, this is probably one of the coolest benchmarks that I've seen, just because it's so reflective. And it's not reflective in the sense that, like, everything, you can just see everything. It's reflective in the sense that it's realistic. You can see the warping in the windows, the unevenness in the glass. You can see the unevenness in puddles, in surfaces. You can see materials. Materials look much better, like this plastic or metal, probably like a painted metal on here. All the materials in games are just going to look so much more realistic because light's going to interact with them more realistically. And that's one thing I'm really going to like. And I'm going to really look forward to that. Because I have been feeling like textures in video games have just been bland. And lighting's not that bad. Games fake lighting pretty well. But it's the textures and how everything bounces off everything, which I think is one of the next big steps. I think smoke physics is something that we'll also have to look forward to, because we do not have very good smoke effects in games. What was another one? Maybe some sort of universal physics engine. Instead of just like a game rendering engine, maybe there's hardware that could go along with it. I mean, I'm just talking about like dedicated hardware for anything here. And looks like we got a score of 5650. I don't know how good or bad that is, but that's what score we got. And it seems we held 60 FPS around 40% of the time, 50% of the time. There was a couple drops here and there. But we definitely did over 60 FPS a good amount of the time, and when it was a good amount over as well. So I don't think this is too poorly optimized. When Ampere RTX 3000 series cards come out, I'll just run this benchmark again. You know what? No. I'm going to turn down the ray tracing detail just so you guys can see the performance impacts and the... come on. I know I'm confusing you in what I want you to do here, benchmark. Just comply with me while I try to remember what I was saying before. Just very high or ultra. Okay. Let's see if I can even see a difference in very high versus ultra. 5650 is the score to beat. GPU's not looking too hot. CPU's doing pretty good for usage, of course. It's not really a CPU type thing. But yeah, I'm just looking at dedicated cores and hardware on either the CPU or the GPU for smarter AI in video games, or better physics. I've heard from a friend that Kerbal takes up a single core per vehicle or like ship or whatever, which is why there's usually never high count shuttle missions in Kerbal, which I thought was pretty interesting, and that got me to think a little bit. My thing is, I don't know also when people are going to start incorporating stuff inside of models. So like a couple examples. This mirror if you broke it and there was a note behind it. Which, I mean, yeah, you can do that now. But more so like cars. Like you could have the pistons running and the fire going inside. Even though you don't see it, it's still there, it's being rendered. The physics are there, which I think would be a giant step into creating more realistic simulation games like BeamNG could utilize. Fun fact, this is one of the most intensive parts of this benchmark. Just looking at the bullets on the ground. This is really interesting, honestly, to see where the gaming industry's going. Not necessarily like in the streaming aspect, but I don't think game streaming will ever become a mainstream thing. I always think people are going to want to be able to play their games offline. And it looks like we did not get much better of a score there, so really guys, I think you just need some dedicated hardware. Right now, personally, I actually don't think it's worth it. Early adopter technology, I don't think it's too optimized yet, but it will be worth it later. Ampere is supposed to be 50% better in certain applications, probably mainly ray tracing. Yeah, I can't wait for that. Ray tracing is going to be really nice looking, and RTX Minecraft is supposed to be coming out later this year, so I'm going to be looking forward to that. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and like it. If you have any comments, any ideas, any things you guys want me to do. Also, I do have a mousepad, mouse, and keyboard from Razer. I could do a video with a overhead view of what the RGB looks like in video, but I would make a separate video for that, of course, if you guys wanted me to. So let me know down in the comments. Go ahead and subscribe if you wanted. Hit that bell notification icon thing, little duo mahik jigger thing. That way you know when I upload, and you don't have to go, oh hey, I have not heard from them. Are they dead? Are they still alive? Did they delete their account? Did they throw a toaster while they were sitting in the bath? No. No. Just subscribe. You don't have to worry. Thank you guys. I will see you later. This is Mystical Zeus signing off. Goodbye.